Hey, what's up, guys? This is AJ, and today we are gonna discuss about the Indian polity. In this particular lecture, we will be discussing about the Central Bureau of Investigation, that is CBI. Okay, so as we know that CBI is not a statutory body, not it is a constitutional body. So in this lecture, we will not deal with any article thing. Okay, so you don't have to remember any article number regarding Central Bureau of Investigation. So just brief knowledge of the Central Bureau of Investigation is that it was created in 1963 by the resolution of Ministry of Home Affairs, but nowadays it is under the Ministry of Personnel. Okay, then it enjoys the status of attached office. Okay, so you just have to remember this word, attached office. So it will be asked in the preliminary examination what is the status of the CBI, then you have to take the attached office. Okay, so then it derives power from its the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946. This is very important fact regarding the CBI. You will find a question about on this. Okay, so just remember that it derives its power from Delhi Special Police Act of 1946. Okay, then what is the motto, mission and vision of the CBI? First of all, the motto means the philosophy on which the CBI constitutes itself. Okay, so the philosophy is industry, impartiality and integrity. Okay, then what is the mission of the CBI is that to uphold the Constitution of India and through deep investigation. Okay, so the investigation is a core factor in CBI, and the vision is something that is required to achieve these two mottos and mission. Okay, so regarding any action taken regarding this is called as a vision. So you will say, can say the training and the manner in which they took investigation is under the vision of the CBI. Okay, then organization of CBI. So CBI has say different wings in it. These different wings deals with the different types of cases. Okay, so there are these wings of CBI. First is the anti-corruption division. It's a primary wing of the CBI. Then economic offences division, then special crime division, then uh, policy and international police cooperation division, then administration division, then directorate of the prosecution, then central forensic science laboratory. Okay, so these are the wings of CBI. These wings deals with special types of cases. Okay, as is stated by their name, you can find which wing deals with what things. Okay, then what is the composition of CBI, how the CBI is composed, who is the director of the CBI, then these of things are discussed in this topic. Okay, so you will find 5000 staff members in a CBI, then 125 scientists, which will be forensic scientists. Okay, then you will find 250 law officers. You will see one director of CBI, then there are additional director, then additional joint director, then deputy inspector general, then superintendents of police and all other usual staff you will find in a CBI. It's not important, but just know the general basics knowledge of the CBI. Okay, then what is the office of director, who is the director, who appoints him, these things we will discuss. Okay, so you will find that there is only one director in a CBI. It is appointed by the cabinet government, central government. Okay, on the recommendation of the committee. So there are members of committee are as follows. Number one, the chairperson of the committee will be the Central Vigilance Commissioner. Then other members will be the other vigilance commissioner, then secretary of Ministry of Home Affairs, then secretary of coordination and public grievances. These member choose the director for CBI and they give their recommendation to cabinet, then cabinet approves them. Okay, this is the procedure to appoint the director of CBI. Yeah, one thing you have to notice here that president don't play any role in appointment of CBI, as we know that CBI is not a statutory body, nor does it a constitutional body. So president does not play any type of role in appointment of the CBI director. This is a very important fact, you must mug up it. Then what is the job of CBI, what is the function of CBI, what we have, why the CBI is created? Okay, there are three jobs of CBI. Number one, investigation. Second is investigation. Third is also investigation. As we know that the motto of the CBI is upholding the constitution with deep investigation. Okay, so investigation is a core for CBI. It just does investigation. It uses various techniques for investigation. Any case regarding anything, any subject is given by the central government is investigated by the CBI. This is the primary job of CBI. See, various crimes happens in India which are unable to investigate by the state police agency or various other agencies. uh, these these types of cases are handed over to the CBI, and CBI has its special procedure, and its methods are very good, so they does the investigation properly. And uh, this is the the superior superior agency, the most superior agency of investigation in India is the CBI. Okay, you will not find any other agency better than the CBI. CBI is the topmost agency for investigation. Okay, though ACB Pradyuman works in a CID, there are more talented commissioners or ACPs in a CBI. He should be promoted in a CBI. Okay, and then you will find the training academy of CBI in Ghaziabad. Then there are two types of courses in Ghaziabad, and you will find the minor training academies in Chennai, Mumbai, and Kolkata. You will find the two courses, like I said earlier, short term course one, and the other one is a long term course. Okay, what you will find in a CBI is that most of the time they recruit the employee from the state police service or the Indian police service. Okay, uh, and very rarely they does the particular recruitment event. uh, Most of the time they hire those employees of the state police and central police service. Okay, so that's it. This is the Central Bureau of Investigation in India. uh, as we have to just focus that who is the director and who appoints the director, and the role of the CBI and what is the status of CBI. Just remember that CBI is not a constitutional body, it is not a statutory body. It is just has the status of attached office, and it derives power from the Delhi Police Special Police Force Act of 1946. Okay, so these if you remember these things, you are good to go. You will solve any problem, objective type problem in a CBI on CBI. Okay, so thanks guys for watching this video, and I will meet you guys in my next video. Peace.